Well, Senate lawmakers debating a $95 billion aid package today that would provide funding for America's foreign allies, including Ukraine's war with Vladimir Putin and Israel's push against Hamas. But Republican lawmakers argue it leaves out any money or changes at the southern border. A key vote to advance the legislation is expected tomorrow. This latest package follows a bipartisan border bill that collapsed in the Senate this week. The fallout is testing Republican unity. Let's bring in California Congressman Darrell Issa on the House Foreign Affairs and Judiciary Committees. So Ted Cruz, Senator from Texas, has added H.R. 2, the House bill that would reform the immigration system at our southern border. He wants that to be part of this aid package. What do you think the chances are that this passes the Senate, Congressman?
Well, the chances of making law without addressing both the foreign policy failures and the domestic policy failures of this administration are zero. The fact is the $95 billion we're being asked in that Senate bill to give in foreign aid is 100% necessary because of Joe Biden's failed foreign policies. If President Trump had remained in office, Iran would never have, in fact, told its proxies to go ahead and kill 1,000 innocent Israelis. Putin would never have come over the border. He didn't do it during the entire Trump era. He did it when he saw the opportunity with a weak and forgetful president.
So where do we stand now that the bill that was crafted with so much hoopla and presented in the Senate, that went down in flames, didn't get anywhere close to 60 votes that it needed? Where do we stand now?
Well, we stand right where the president put us with his failed foreign policy and his failed border policy. We have 8 million plus people that we didn't invite. Let me rephrase that. The president invited them with his policies, and they're here. We also have a massive amount of people on the terrorist watch list that are here that are going to cost us an awful lot of other money trying to find and get rid of or deal with the fallout of their attacks. That's domestic. But around the world, this $95 billion proposed in the Senate, that's the tip of the iceberg of where we're going to spend money if we don't change policies to a policy of real peace through strength instead of pay for your mistakes afterwards with proxies defending against these attacks.
You're on the Foreign Affairs Committee in the House. We just heard that report from Mike Tobin about how China is buying Iranian oil, and that's helping to fund Iran's misdeeds in the Middle East. Is there anything that the U.S. Congress can do about that?
Well, the commander-in-chief has the ability to intercept illegal shipments at sea. He hasn't done it. He has the ability to push back against the assets that are hitting us in the Red Sea. He's not doing enough to thwart it. He's just doing enough with pre-warning to have Iran continue to do it. There are two players selling massive amounts of oil to fund their wars. It's not just Iran who's doing it to fund the proxy wars. The fact is, Putin is selling also to China massive amounts. Putin is selling more oil today under sanctions than he did before the war, and he's doing so right under our noses. We're watching it, and this president isn't doing anything about it. And it's the reason that Putin can resupply his military is that we haven't been effective with these sanctions. At the end of the day, sanctions on banks are nice, but if they get circumvented, then you have to sanction the actual tangible ships. We have the ability to do it. They pull over, we put them into port, and the oil doesn't arrive in China and the other places, and the loss starts costing. But until we do that, until we take probably 400 of these pirate ships effectively that are carrying the oil, take them off the high seas, this will continue. We have the ability to do it. We've had the ability to do it since Thomas Jefferson. There's no better time to make these sanctions work than now if we want to have a peaceful settlement to these two and growing wars.
California Congressman Darrell Issa. We'll have to leave it there. Congressman, thank you.
Thank you, John.
Much more on Israel's war with Hamas tomorrow when Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu joins Fox News Live. You can catch that right here on Fox News at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.